Breaking news. You won't believe what just came out about Teyana Taylor and her shocking HIV confession that's got the entire entertainment world stirred up. Collision, this story is unfolding right now, and we have the exclusive receipts that you need to see. From scandalous leaked DMs to jaw-dropping Twitter reactions, the internet is exploding over the secrets spilling from Teyana's inner circle. But hold on to your seats, because things are about to get really messy. Microphone, it all started with Tasha K, yes, the queen of celebrity gossip herself, dropping a bombshell about the pop icon. Fans are in complete shock, and some are even wondering if this will be the scandal that breaks Teyana's career. Could this be the moment everything changes for her? But here's the thing. This isn't just about Tasha K making claims, there are receipts. Leaked messages, alleged screenshots from insiders close to Teyana's camp, and social media reactions that are leaving no room for denial. What's really going on behind the scenes? Did Teyana really confess something she wasn't supposed to? And is there more to this than just a simple medical revelation? We've got all the details coming up, but wait, it gets even juicier. Police car light, what happens next is something you won't expect, and trust me, this will have you questioning everything you thought you knew about Teyana Taylor. So sit tight and keep watching, you won't want to miss this shocking twist. It's about to go down. It all started innocently enough, or so it seemed. Tasha K had been keeping a low profile recently, but then, out of nowhere, she dropped a bombshell on her YouTube channel that had everyone in the entertainment industry holding their breath. The queen of gossip, who's known for her fiery commentary and controversial takes, just did it again. And this time, the target was none other than Teyana Taylor, the fierce, unapologetic star we all know and love. Tasha K casually began her video, her signature dramatic tone in full effect. I got some tea for y'all today, and it's piping hot, so grab your popcorn. The internet is about to burn down once again. And then it happened. With no hesitation, she said it. Teyana Taylor has a secret, a big one, and it's something she's been hiding from the world. She confessed something that could change everything. The world went quiet, the type of quiet that only comes after a massive shockwave has just hit the ground. What could Tasha possibly be talking about? Collision, the big confession collision. It didn't take long for Tasha to reveal what she was alluding to. Teyana Taylor had confessed to being HIV positive. Yes, you read that right. In a private, emotional conversation with a close friend, someone who's apparently been in Teyana's inner circle for years, the pop icon allegedly opened up about her health condition. Tasha K wasn't just spreading rumors. No. This time, she had the receipts. She didn't just talk about the confession. She dropped leaked DMs between Teyana and an alleged source close to her, showing a series of texts that allegedly confirmed the situation. These weren't just any random messages, they were very personal exchanges. Some claimed that this source, who's remained anonymous for their safety, had been very close to Teyana and had knowledge of her private struggles. Here's a breakdown of what some of the leaked messages supposedly revealed. Teyana texting late at night. I'm just tired of keeping this secret, you know? It's exhausting living with this fear. Fear of the world finding out. Fear of what they'll say and what it could mean for my career. Anonymous source responding, I know, but you can't keep this hidden forever. The longer you wait, the harder it's going to be to explain. Teyana, I don't know if I'm ready. People are gonna hate me. They won't understand and they'll turn their backs on me. These texts, which were shared on Tasha K's channel, sent shockwaves through social media. Fans began to tweet their disbelief, trying to piece together what this could mean for Teyana's career. The rumors spread like wildfire, and with them came even more questions. Fans and followers were left wondering, how long had she been hiding this? How was she managing to keep such a huge secret? And who else knew about it? These questions seemed to hang in the air like a storm waiting to burst. Collision, the backlash, and the denial collision. As you can imagine, the public reaction was divided, as it often is with these types of explosive revelations. Some fans were shocked, others were furious. Many took to Twitter, voicing their outrage at what they saw as an invasion of privacy, while others were angry at Tasha K for leaking this sensitive information. Justice for Teyana quickly started trending on Twitter, with fans banding together to show support for the singer. One particularly upset fan wrote, Tasha K is vile for this. This is someone's personal life. You don't just air people's health issues for clicks and views. This is disgusting. But just as quickly, another camp of fans emerged, demanding answers from Teyana herself. If Teyana is really hiding something as serious as this, then we deserve to know the truth. How long has she been keeping this from us? And the fans weren't the only ones talking. Celebrity reactions began flooding in, too. Celebrities like Cardi B took to Instagram, where she posted a cryptic message that seemed to refer to Tasha K's latest revelation. People gotta stop hiding secrets just to protect their brand. At some point, the truth always comes out. Some interpreted it as a subtle jab at Teyana, while others saw it as a message about the pressure celebrities face to maintain their public image at any cost. On the other hand, Teyana's close friends, notably her best friend and a few family members, started posting supportive messages online. They weren't saying much directly about the allegations, but their cryptic posts had the internet speculating about what was really going on behind the scenes. One post read, "Family will always be family. No matter what, always stay true to yourself." It was clear that Teyana's inner circle was trying to keep things under wraps, but the damage had already been done. The truth, or at least part of it, was out there now. Collision: the shocking twist, a double life, Collision. But this story doesn't end with just the confession and the backlash. Oh no, this is just the beginning. As the days passed, new details began to surface that added even more layers to this already complex situation. According to some anonymous sources, again, we can't say who they are, but they're claiming to be in the know, Teyana was secretly dealing with her health status for years. And while her fans had always seen her as the picture of strength, independence, and perfection, it turns out that behind the scenes, she had been living in constant fear of this truth coming to light. It's alleged that Teyana had been diagnosed with HIV years ago, but because of the stigma surrounding the virus and the potential damage it could do to her career, she kept it hidden. One fan tweeted, "If Teyana had been living with this for so long, it's honestly so impressive that she managed to keep it quiet for this long. That's a whole other level of pressure and strength." But while many fans praised her for keeping the secret to protect her career, others were left asking, is this really fair to her fans? Shouldn't we have been told sooner? It wasn't just Tasha K's exposé that had people talking. New alleged eyewitness accounts came forward, claiming that Teyana had been spotted at a private clinic in New York City, a clinic known for treating celebrities dealing with HIV. The sources claimed that Teyana had been seen there on multiple occasions, but no one ever publicly acknowledged it. As the rumors gained steam, a series of YouTube comments began flooding the internet, with some fans claiming to have witnessed strange behavior from Teyana during public events. One comment stood out, "I remember seeing her at the Met Gala last year. She looked off like she was hiding something. Now I get it. It all makes sense. She was hiding this." These comments only added fuel to the fire, and the speculation was only growing. Collision: the silence that speaks volumes. Collision. So what's Teyana Taylor's response to all of this? Nothing. As of now, the star has remained completely silent on the matter. No public statement, no Instagram post, nothing. Fans are wondering why she hasn't said anything yet. Is it because she's trying to protect her image? Or is there something deeper at play? Some fans are convinced that Teyana is keeping quiet to avoid further scrutiny, perhaps trying to figure out her next move. Others speculate that she's terrified of the backlash, or maybe she simply isn't ready to face the truth yet. Regardless of the reason, her silence speaks volumes. But one thing is certain, the tension is building. With every passing day, the stakes are getting higher. Will Teyana eventually come forward and address the situation head-on? Or will this scandal grow even bigger as new twists continue to unfold? And that's where we leave things for now. But wait until you hear what happens next. There's another shocking twist in this scandal that's going to leave you speechless. Stay tuned. The aftermath of Tasha K's bombshell video was just the beginning of the drama surrounding Teyana Taylor's alleged HIV confession. As the gossip continued to spread like wildfire, the public found itself torn between disbelief and outrage. Fans, celebrities, and even casual observers were questioning whether this was some sort of ploy for attention, or if Tasha K had actually uncovered a truth that Teyana had desperately tried to keep hidden. But as the days went on, new revelations emerged, taking the entire situation to a level no one saw coming. While some fans were still holding on to hope that this was all a misunderstanding, the mounting evidence made it hard to ignore. More anonymous sources came forward, and the internet was on fire with speculation. A few fans even claimed to have seen Teyana out in public, and their accounts painted a troubling picture. One user posted a tweet that said, "Saw Teyana today at the grocery store. She looked completely out of it. Something going on. I don't know if it's the stress or something more, but she didn't seem like herself." Others followed with similar stories, sharing their concerns about her well-being. But even with these growing rumors, the real bombshell was yet to come. Then came the leaked video. A source, who claimed to be close to Teyana's family, sent an anonymous tip to a gossip blog that had a long history of exposing celebrity secrets. The video allegedly showed Teyana in a private moment, visibly upset and talking about the weight of her secret. In the footage, she's seen sitting in a dimly lit room, her face red from crying. A voice, possibly from a friend or family member, is heard comforting her, urging her to take the next step. Teyana can be heard saying, "I don't want to hurt my fans, but I can't keep hiding this forever." The video quickly made its rounds on social media, and before long, it was being shared by influencers and bloggers alike. Some fans were torn. On one hand, the video seemed too real to ignore, but on the other hand, there were many who questioned its authenticity. Was it staged? Was it a carefully orchestrated moment to garner sympathy for Teyana? Or was it truly a moment of vulnerability, captured at a time when the pressure of keeping a secret had finally broken her? As the drama continued to unfold, one thing became clear. The situation was spiraling out of control. Fans who had once idolized Teyana were now split into factions. Some chose to stand by her, expressing their support on social media with hashtags like Support Teyana and We Love You Teyana. Others, however, were demanding answers. How long has she known? They asked. Why didn't she tell us sooner? Many felt betrayed, as though Teyana had built her career on a false narrative, portraying herself as a perfect role model while secretly hiding something this significant. Meanwhile, Tasha K's followers were more than happy to feed the flames of the scandal. She continued to drop receipts left and right, claiming to have more explosive information. She showed photos of Teyana with a doctor that some believed was connected to her HIV diagnosis. While these photos were never fully verified, they only added to the growing sense that there was more to the story than anyone realized. Tasha K's followers weren't the only ones buzzing. Influencers and other celebrities took to Twitter to share their opinions on the matter. Some, like Cardi B, came out in support of Teyana, but others weren't so kind. Nicki Minaj, who has had her share of public beefs with Tasha K, took to Instagram to post a cryptic message. "Some secrets are meant to stay hidden," she wrote. "When you start airing everyone's dirty laundry, there's always someone out there with even worse skeletons in their closet." The message, whether aimed at Tasha K or someone else, seemed to insinuate that this wasn't the first time the gossip queen had made waves with her explosive stories. Amid all the chaos, some close friends of Teyana's, including Jade, her longtime confidant, stepped forward with a statement of their own. Jade, who had always been fiercely protective of Teyana, publicly denied the rumors, calling them malicious and groundless. "Teyana is my best friend, and I know her better than anyone. She's going through a lot right now, and she doesn't need people spreading lies about her," Jade said in a statement to the press. "If Teyana chooses to speak out about her personal life, that's her choice. But don't believe everything you hear." Despite Jade's defense, it only seemed to fuel the fire. Fans began questioning why Teyana's inner circle was so quiet about the allegations. If they were truly supportive of her, why weren't they standing up and telling their side of the story? Some wondered if Teyana's family and friends were trying to keep the truth hidden for reasons of their own, perhaps to protect her career or personal reputation. As the story evolved, more fan theories started to surface. Some speculated that Teyana's decision to keep her health status private was a strategic move. Perhaps she was waiting for the right moment to come forward and control the narrative herself. Others believed that she was afraid of being ostracized from the industry, especially since the stigma surrounding HIV is still very real. Many fans wondered if this was a case of celebrity pressure, where Teyana felt she couldn't be honest about her struggles due to the fear of losing everything she had worked for. Theories continued to grow, and the situation took another dramatic turn when Teyana Taylor's Instagram account went silent. For days, there were no posts, no stories, no updates. Fans noticed this immediately, and once again, social media was buzzing with speculation. Where is she? One fan wrote on Twitter, "Why is she hiding?" Another commented, "She hasn't posted in days. What's going on?" Was it a sign that Teyana was trying to lay low until everything blew over? Or was it a sign that she was dealing with something far more serious than anyone realized? Then came the cliffhanger that no one saw coming. A mysterious account, claiming to be from an insider within Teyana's team, posted a cryptic message on Instagram. The post read, "The truth will come out soon, and you'll all see the bigger picture. Just wait." The post was deleted almost immediately, but not before fans had taken screenshots and shared it everywhere. Was this the hint that Teyana was preparing to come forward with her story, or was it another cryptic tease to keep the speculation alive? As all of this played out, Tasha K took the opportunity to drop even more exclusives, claiming that she had more information that would blow the lid off the entire situation. According to her sources, Teyana was not only hiding her health status, but was also allegedly involved in a love affair with someone in the entertainment industry. The identity of this person was not revealed, but the gossip queen hinted that this individual had known about Teyana's secret for years. The implication was that Teyana's relationship with this person had played a role in her decision to keep everything under wraps. The drama escalated even further when fans noticed that several major sponsorships had dropped Teyana. Some pointed to the allegations of HIV as the reason behind the loss of these lucrative deals, while others speculated that Teyana's silence on the matter had made brands uncomfortable. The pressure was clearly mounting, and it seemed like Teyana was caught in the middle of a storm she couldn't control. At this point, the question on everyone's mind was, what happens next? Would Teyana come forward and speak out about the accusations, or would the rumors continue to swirl with no real answers in sight? One thing was certain, the saga was far from over. Fans were on the edge of their seats, waiting for the next update, the next twist, and the next revelation. Every new piece of information seemed to bring with it more questions than answers, and the public was left wondering how much of this drama was true, and how much of it was just another example of celebrity gossip gone wild. But in the world of celebrity exposés, one thing is for sure: the truth always comes out. And when it does, it will be one of the most talked about moments in entertainment history. The saga surrounding Teyana Taylor's alleged HIV confession continued to spiral out of control. With every new twist, the drama became more intense and the stakes higher. Fans were on the edge of their seats, unable to look away as the speculation continued to grow. Tasha K's revelations and the leaked messages had already caused a storm, but it seemed like the real bombshells were still waiting to be dropped. The silence from Teyana herself only fueled the fire. Was she waiting for the right moment to reveal her side of the story, or was something even darker at play? After the mysterious Instagram post from the insider, and Tasha K's promises of even more explosive content, the world was left hanging. Was Teyana going to make a statement soon, or was the gossip queen just keeping the flames burning? Then came a new development that set the internet on fire. A series of private conversations allegedly involving Teyana and a well-known music producer. These conversations, which were leaked by an anonymous source, seemed to confirm some of the worst fears of the public. According to these leaks, Teyana was not only struggling with her health status, but was also allegedly involved in a toxic and secretive relationship with this producer. The conversations, shared by a popular gossip site, appeared to show Teyana confiding in the producer about her personal battles. In one particularly emotional message, Teyana supposedly wrote, "I just feel so alone in this. No one understands what it's like to keep something so huge to yourself. I'm so scared that if I tell people the truth, I'll lose everything I've worked for." The producer allegedly responded, "You have to be careful. The world isn't kind to people with secrets like that. You have to stay strong, but you need to decide when and how you're going to reveal it." While these messages could have been fabricated, the timing of their release felt significant. The public was already on edge, hungry for more answers. and the conversation about Teyana's health wasn't going away. The leak of these messages seemed like the tipping point that pushed the situation from speculation to something much darker. Could it be true? Was Teyana really so emotionally isolated that she had to turn to someone so deeply embedded in the entertainment industry to confide in? Or was this just another layer in a scandal that was designed to keep people talking? As these conversations went viral, the tension in the air was palpable. Fans began to speculate about the identity of the music producer involved in the leaks. Some suggested it was someone from Teyana's past, while others believed it might be someone who had a current relationship with her. The gossip mill started working overtime, with people poring over every detail of the messages, trying to uncover any hint of truth hidden in the text. Was this an affair, or was it a simple emotional support relationship gone public? Meanwhile, the hashtags Teyana is strong and we stand with Teyana started trending on social media, but not everyone was so sympathetic. A growing faction of fans began questioning the integrity of Teyana's silence. Why hadn't she addressed the accusations head-on? Why was she allowing the world to speculate while others aired her private life for all to see? It wasn't just the fans who were turning on Teyana. Industry insiders began to speak out, adding even more fuel to the fire. One anonymous source claimed that Teyana's alleged HIV diagnosis wasn't the only secret she was hiding. According to this insider, Teyana had been involved in some questionable business dealings with certain music labels and had been protected by a network of influential figures in the industry. This source suggested that Teyana's silence was not just about her health. It was also about keeping her professional image intact. The longer she stayed silent, the more people began to question what she might be hiding beyond the rumors. As if things couldn't get any more intense, a new video surfaced. This one was different from the previous leaks. It was raw, unfiltered, and showed Teyana in a vulnerable moment. The video, which appeared to be taken from a live stream, showed her looking visibly distressed as she sat in front of a camera, seemingly about to speak. Her eyes were red, her hair disheveled, and she looked like someone who had been carrying an unbearable weight for far too long. The camera feed cut out briefly, but when it returned, Teyana was seen wiping away tears. Her voice cracked as she said, "I can't keep running from this. I know it's time to face the truth, but I'm terrified. Terrified of what it will do to my career, to my family, to everything I've worked for." The video was posted and quickly went viral. The raw emotion in Teyana's face seemed to confirm what many had feared. She was struggling, and the pressure of keeping her secret had reached a breaking point. Fans were left stunned. Was this finally Teyana's attempt to address the scandal, or was this another ploy to garner sympathy and keep the public guessing? As expected, the video prompted a flurry of reactions. Some fans expressed concern for her well-being, offering messages of support and urging her to take the time she needed to heal. Others, however, were less sympathetic. "Why didn't she just tell us from the beginning?" One person wrote on Twitter. "Why let us live in the dark for so long?" The video also triggered a series of discussions about mental health and the pressure of living in the public eye. Some fans started to rally behind Teyana, suggesting that the real issue wasn't her health status, but the mental and emotional toll that being a celebrity had taken on her. "We need to stop tearing people down for having struggles," one tweet read. "Being a star doesn't make you immune to pain or fear. Everyone deserves compassion." But despite the outpouring of support, the speculation about her health, relationships, and career didn't stop. The leaks were only getting more frequent, and it was becoming increasingly clear that this story wasn't going to go away anytime soon. If anything, the leaks only made things worse. Every time Teyana or her team tried to address the situation, new revelations seemed to emerge, making it harder for the truth to come to light. Fans began to theorize that Teyana might be planning to release a statement, perhaps an exclusive interview where she would finally explain everything. Many pointed to the increasing number of high-profile individuals who were reportedly supporting her. Rumors of a big reveal spread like wildfire. Some suggested that Teyana might be working with a PR team to craft a narrative that would allow her to regain control of the situation. But at this point, even the most optimistic supporters were starting to lose faith that anything would be resolved in the near future. Then came a shocker. Tasha K dropped another set of leaked documents, this time legal documents that allegedly showed Teyana's contract negotiations with a major label. The documents seemed to indicate that Teyana had been under pressure from the label to stay quiet about her health status for fear of losing sponsorships and endorsement deals. The most shocking part, the documents suggested that Teyana's label had known about her HIV diagnosis for years, but had kept it hidden, likely to protect the brand's image. The revelation set the internet ablaze. Fans were furious. The idea that a major label might have been complicit in silencing Teyana only fueled the growing conspiracy theories about the industry's control over its artists. "They knew and didn't care," one fan tweeted. "They only cared about her money." As the world continued to digest this new information, one thing was clear. Teyana Taylor's life had become a public spectacle, and the truth was being twisted in every direction. The public was no longer just concerned with her health. They wanted answers about the way she had been treated by those around her, her friends, her family, and the industry that had helped her build her career. And the question remained, would she ever come forward and tell her side of the story? Fans were tired of waiting for Teyana to speak, but as the weeks went by, the hope that she would finally address everything head-on began to fade. Yet, even with the continued silence, the pressure on her was building. It was clear that she couldn't hide forever. The world was waiting for the truth, no matter how messy or painful it might be. As the weeks dragged on, the pressure surrounding Teyana Taylor's alleged HIV confession only grew. The rumors, leaks, and speculations were relentless, and despite her silence, the world was still fixated on her. The drama had taken on a life of its own, with each passing day adding new layers of scandal and intrigue. Tasha K's videos, which had first ignited the firestorm, continued to dominate social media, but they weren't the only source of drama. The flood of leaks, the ongoing silence from Teyana, and the growing sense of betrayal among her fans were all contributing to an atmosphere of intense tension. The real turning point, however, came when a new leak hit the internet, one that had the potential to finally shake the entire narrative to its core. It came in the form of a voice recording, allegedly from Teyana herself, that would change everything. In the recording, which was said to have been captured during a private conversation with a close friend, Teyana's voice could be heard breaking as she opened up about the struggles she had been facing. "I've kept this secret for so long. I'm scared that if I tell the truth, I'll lose everything. My fans, my career, my family. It's all on the line," the recording began, with Teyana's voice shaky and emotional. "But I don't know how much longer I can keep pretending. I can't do it anymore." For many fans, this was the first real sign that Teyana was ready to confront the truth. Her vulnerability in the recording resonated deeply with listeners. No longer was she just a celebrity caught up in a scandal. Now, she was a person struggling to deal with the consequences of her choices. The raw emotion in her voice pulled back the curtain on the immense pressure she had been under. But the real shocker came shortly after the recording was released. Tasha K, who had been fueling the fire from the beginning, dropped a follow-up video, and this one was different. She claimed that the recording was only part of the story, and that she had even more exclusive content that would reveal the entire truth. According to Tasha K, there was one final twist in the saga, one piece of the puzzle that had been hidden all along. In her latest video, Tasha revealed that she had been in contact with an insider who claimed to know exactly what had happened between Teyana and the music producer from earlier leaks. Tasha suggested that this producer had played a central role in keeping Teyana's diagnosis hidden, and she hinted that there was more to their relationship than anyone realized. "There's a reason Teyana's been so quiet," Tasha said. "And it's not just about her health, it's about a whole other level of deception. And this producer, he's at the heart of it." Fans were on edge, waiting for the next bombshell to drop. The leaks were starting to overlap, and every time a new piece of information came to light, the public was left with even more questions. Was the producer helping Teyana keep her secret for his own reasons? Did he have a personal stake in making sure Teyana stayed quiet? With so many theories swirling, it became increasingly difficult to separate fact from fiction. It was clear that the truth was being obscured by layers of gossip, speculation, and possibly even manipulation. At the same time, Teyana's social media accounts remained suspiciously silent. Fans began to grow restless. With every new leak, They were left waiting for her to step forward and tell her side of the story. Some were sympathetic, arguing that the constant scrutiny and invasion of her privacy were unfair. Others, however, were growing increasingly frustrated by her silence. "How long is she going to let this go on?" One fan tweeted. "We need to hear from her. We need the truth." But Teyana didn't speak. Not a word. The silence spoke volumes. Some speculated that she was waiting for the right moment to come forward, perhaps in an exclusive interview or with a carefully crafted statement that would clear her name and take back control of her narrative. Others believed that she was simply too afraid to confront the reality of her situation. Either way, the world was in limbo, and the rumors continued to dominate the conversation. The speculation reached a fever pitch when an alleged family member of Teyana's came forward to address the situation. In a cryptic post on Instagram, the family member shared a message that seemed to allude to the pressure Teyana had been under. "Some secrets are too heavy to bear alone. But remember, not all battles are fought in the spotlight. We all have our struggles, and we'll face them when we're ready." This post only fueled more speculation. Was this a subtle confirmation that Teyana's health issues were real? And did it imply that her family was aware of the situation, but had decided to stay silent for her sake? If so, why had they allowed her to carry the burden alone for so long? As the drama continued to unfold, a new wave of support for Teyana began to emerge. Several high-profile celebrities, including Beyoncé, Rihanna, and Kerry Washington, took to their social media platforms to send messages of encouragement. The hashtags "We Stand with Teyana" and "Teyana is Strong" were now gaining traction as fans rallied behind the star. "Teyana is a warrior, and she will rise above this," one fan tweeted. "We've got your back always." But while many fans showed their unwavering support, others were still demanding answers. Some questioned whether Teyana's long silence was intentional. "She's a grown woman," one tweet read. "If she wanted to set the record straight, she would have done it by now." The public's divided opinions only intensified the chaos. Meanwhile, Tasha K's continued exposure of alleged personal conversations and private moments seemed to hit a new low. In her latest video, Tasha displayed an emotional text conversation between Teyana and a close friend. The texts allegedly revealed that Teyana had been struggling with feelings of guilt and shame over her health status. "I just can't handle the lies anymore," one message reportedly read. "I feel like I'm suffocating under the weight of it all." Tasha K didn't stop there. She claimed that there were witnesses who had seen Teyana out at a nightclub in Los Angeles, acting erratically and visibly distressed. The rumors spread quickly, with some suggesting that the singer was battling depression and that her behavior had changed dramatically in recent months. Could this be another side effect of the emotional toll she had been carrying for so long? Amid all the chaos, the legal side of the story began to come into focus. Several lawyers and industry experts weighed in on the potential consequences of the situation. Some speculated that if Teyana had indeed kept her diagnosis hidden, it could lead to serious legal ramifications. If there's proof that she knowingly withheld this information from the public, she could face backlash from her fans, her brand partners, and even legal actions, one expert said. But we'll have to see what the evidence shows before jumping to conclusions. For now, the situation remained in limbo, but it was clear that Teyana was at a crossroads. Whether she chose to face the truth or remain silent, the outcome would have a profound impact on her career, her relationships, and her future. Fans and critics alike were waiting for her to take the next step, whatever that might be. And as the internet continued to buzz with speculation, one thing became certain. The truth was out there, but no one knew exactly when or how it would finally come to light. The longer Teyana stayed silent, the more the world seemed to demand answers, but no one knew if she was ready to face the consequences of telling the truth. The mystery of Teyana Taylor's secret, whether true or fabricated, had become an international sensation. But until Teyana stepped forward herself, the world would be left in a state of suspended disbelief, anxiously awaiting her next move. As this story continues to unfold, we're left with more questions than answers. What's really going on behind the scenes with Teyana Taylor? Will she ever come forward and reveal the truth? And how long can the world keep speculating before the real story is told? But we want to hear from you. What do you believe? Is this just another celebrity scandal, or is there something deeper at play? Do you think Teyana will ever speak out and address these allegations head-on? Or is she waiting for the perfect moment to reveal the truth? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, because we're dying to know what you think. Don't forget to like this video if you've been following this shocking story, and share it with your friends. This drama is far from over. Trust me, you won't want to miss what happens next. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you stay up to date on all the latest developments. This is a story you definitely don't want to miss, and will keep you in the loop every step of the way. The truth is out there, and we're all just waiting for it to come to light. Stay tuned, because this is just the beginning.